All right, 6 o'clock, call the plan commission meeting to order. First, it's going to be a public hearing for the rezoning request for Dan Diggles from RS1 to commercial, correct?
Yes.
And this will be for 1612 Moon Court.
Yes. If you remember, a year or two ago, we looked at this whole parcel here as one parcel, and he divided it into several small parcels, and it was zoned RS1. And now the person who bought it is Dan Diggles, and he also owns some property on another location on Bepler Avenue, and he has a business. And his business on Bepler has gotten so big that he wants to relocate it over to a separate lot. So this will be then where his business will be. And his business is sprinklers. So yeah, he wants to build a building to put his sprinkler hardware in.
Okay.
I did label what is surrounding it as far as what the zoning is. I don't know if you can read it on there very well. We have a combination of rural preservation, highway commercial, rural suburban, all in the same area. The highway commercial, if you close, or the rural preservation is at the very bottom of his lot. That's a very large lot. It's 34.4.
All right, so this is a public hearing. Anybody in the public have anything they want to comment or say about it? Anyone? For or against?
I'll just make a comment on it. I live right there in 16. I own 1620, 1640, 1713, 1730. I guess I don't have any objections to it. I think that area there already is pretty well traveled. You got Denny's Repair there with the car shop. You got Colt driving around. He just is trucking out of his place. His main residence is towards the substation. Obviously, living on the corner there or near it, there's a decent amount of additional traffic, but everything's been, respectful. It's kind of a little busy area as it is. The UTV trail comes right through there for junkyard. I mean, that doesn't bother me anyway. So that's my view on it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, hearing no other public comment for the public hearing regarding the zoning request, I think we can entertain a motion to adjourn the public hearing.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Dan, second by Patty to adjourn the public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We are now, will convene an open session for the plan commission. No. It was a short one. So yep. All members present. We have a quorum. Any public comment in open session of the plan commission? Hearing none, we'll move on. Item number 4, rezoning request for Dan Diggles. Parcel. Go ahead.
Public comment is I would like to bring up something was brought to my attention on the board as far as in our ordinance, we have nothing as far as separation of driveways. So we had a gentleman that applied for 2 more driveway permits and he already has an existing driveway. Our road manager has concerns that we're allowing too many driveways too close together. So we'd like us to look at our ordinance and have some language in our driveway ordinance in regards to how far apart the driveway should be or how many we should allow, some kind of direction.
No, we have another driveway ordinance.
We have a driveway ordinance, but there's nothing in there about separation, about how many you're allowed on a block.
I thought we did. I thought we had one.
The state has the regulations on how many can be on a highway, right?
Yes,
Right.
yes,
Or
the
in
state
county?
does.
Does
Yeah,
county
the
have?
state and the county do, but we do not. Then the county allows one and an additional driveway themselves. And I'll bring that language forward when we get there if you want to talk about it at a future meeting.
I agree with you too, Christie. I thought we discussed all that stuff.
I'm sure it's in there.
I have the driveway ordinance right here if you want to.
Well, and we can address that when we're on that.
Yeah.
And it's not on here because it was just brought to my attention the other day.
Okay.
So it would be at a future meeting. I just wanted to bring it forward that we can use it for a future meeting agenda item.
Okay.
That was it.
That's it. All right, thank you. Rezoning request for Dan Diggle's parcel 1800172J on at 1612 Moon Court. Like we discussed in the public hearing, it is currently RS1, and he's looking to get it zoned commercial, rezoned to commercial.
Yes and yes.
I heard no objections to it and a neighbor in favor. I don't see an issue with it. I know the property that he's working out of right now. And he's growing. That lot's pretty full. So, to build a bigger building and expand his business, this looks like a prime location to me for it. So.
I'll make a motion to approve the rezoning and forward it on to the town board for approval.
Okay, we've got a motion by Dan to recommend approval of the rezoning request.
I'll second.
Second by Patty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 5, approval of minutes of June 10th. Thank you, Dan, for chairing that meeting for me. I have a sickness that I didn't want to share with any of you guys, so
We appreciate it, and there was no problem. I have one comment. The item 7, right on the bottom, motion passed 4-2. Would it be to our best interest to say who voted for and against, or is it just kind of a moot subject?
I don't have the answer for that, so.
I guess I don't know that minutes would have to reflect it. I don't know.
Have they historically, like, cause we haven't had many split votes in the time I've been secretary.
I've just noticed that reading other minutes of like the county board and city of Nakusa that they will show for and against.
Like a 5-1 would be,
So-and-so, I mean,
so
yes,
nay.
right.
Right.
It's just something that, like Adam said, historic wise. But
Mhm.
Do you want me to correct it for these minutes?
no,
retroactively, or-
I'm just kind of throwing something out for the.
I have no
for the
issue
board,
with it
but,
either way.
I mean, as long as the
Just
numbers there and
Right.
accurate.
Well, and as
motion
long as
passes
we do it
regardless.
consistent going forward,
Right.
you know, if we're gonna change it, then we do it for every vote. That has even.
I'm happy either way. I'll just slow you down a little bit to make sure I get the yays and nays all, and if that's what the group wants, I don't.
No, it was just something that caught my eye.
Does the town board do that on their votes?
We do, and then we tell the person who voted no that if you would like it recorded why you voted no, we will do that. Otherwise, we'll just note that you voted no. Historically, it comes into play like, well, why did that person say no? What was the big deal? And so there's opportunity to read, you know, maybe other people have said that this was the problems.
I guess my
That's how we
only.
look at it.
My only thought in the difference there is that, you know, we're a recommendation committee, right? We're not making the final decisions on these things, so I don't know that it's imperative that we're on record as what we voted yay and nay against. I mean, we're not we're appointed, not elected kind of thing.
Right.
So
I know we're a recommendation board too, so.
either way, I'm fine either way.
Yeah.
You want to take a vote on it?
No, it's,
No, you're right. I have seen that though as well, and I just didn't give it much thought. Like I said, we haven't seen many split votes in my couple years as secretary. So, what do you want, Josh?
I don't mind either way. Like I said, as long as the number is accurate, I
Okay.
don't care.
Let's continue to just document it as what the vote was, like this one was, and not more detail. And if we're ever told we need more detail, then we can adjust as needed.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good to me.
On that subject though, we were split, and I know we were split, but it wasn't that big of a split, but I did mention my concerns, but I also think we need to discuss our land subdivision a little further because of that. And I did bring a little bit of stuff tonight just to touch base on it, but we're not gonna discuss a whole lot, but just so that we're kind of on record that we're all gonna try to be on the same page with all of the land division, so.
Okay.
That'll be later.
All right. Any further discussion on the meeting minutes? Otherwise, I'd entertain the motion to approve.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll make a motion to approve. I'll second.
Motion to approve the June 10th minutes by Patty, second by Christie. All those in favor?
Right.
Opposed? Motion carries. You want to do 7 or should we move to?
Eight.
Those in attendance, are you guys here for, the new business, item number 8? Or, MCNO? Okay, let's, anybody here for the solar ordinance? Well, let's move on to 7. We'll do 7 first then. MCNO Investments LLC, business plan, or a plan review for 7724 Highway 13 South parcel. Is there a number missing on that parcel? 180097. Okay,
I don't know, is that all?
I feel like there's a number missing.
You guys have all the paperwork?
Okay, so.
We have.
Yep, you got it. Okay. Let me get your card right here.
Not the one they sent, the one they printed, Patty.
I didn't get it. I don't have that.
Do we have an extra of these? for
I
Patty?
can get one.
Yeah, I don't have one. Unless Jim wants to share.
We can share.
We can share.
Okay.
Yeah.
1800097K.
Good call.
This is a 0.
You said 3 zeros, yeah. So
Yep.
correct that number.
Yeah, it'd be the lot north of the furniture.
Okay.
So this is the storage buildings that they had come in before, right?
Correct.
Okay.
This one we discussed,
Dynamos.
building together or something.
They are building a business building and then storage buildings. We had asked them when they had a plan, some type of plan that they should come back. So this is what they brought us so far. This would be like the civil engineering part and the placement of buildings.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys want to kind of explain, kind of go through here, what you, whatever, it's going up. Come up if you want.
Yeah, we're looking to do a new business for ourselves, doing construction stuff, concrete, and then in addition to the new shop space for us, some storage units as well, connecting to it, and then separate buildings following.
Good.
And then I have some architectural drawings from our engineering, for the actual design of the building as well, if you would like to see.
And so the office space, is that This one here on the top.
Yes,
think we have talked
it's,
about that
it's a
before.
50 by 90 main shop with the office inside. And it is connected now. The last
Okay.
time it was not, now it is.
Yeah, you
Okay.
see that. So that qualifies as your 25%.
That's right. Oh, yeah, that's- There were separate buildings. and-
Yep.
And
Because
then,
when we were reading the flying or the book you guys made or the stats you had, I read it as I thought it had to be separate, as it had to be its own building, but then we had the meeting, so now we're squared up. So
All right, perfect.
the next two buildings directly south there would be also part of the first phase, is that how that reads?
phase, yes, yeah,
And then the other buildings to the south would be a future phase, if I can read that.
correct.
So, but we're getting it.
So I took a picture and I had to zoom it in because my eyes are
Oh.
too tiny to read that. So I see the one, I think it says proposed accessory structure. So when I'm looking at these structures here and I see all the little storage units. In the middle, are those storage units going all the way through or you have open?
No, there's a
space
center
for-
wall between all of them, so they will all be their individual units.
Those are just the doors.
Yep, doors both sides, but they'll be all individual units. So center wall that'll be bearing and sheeted, and then all other interior walls, both sides and ceiling will be fully sheeted as well.
And do you propose to, start and build them all, or are you going in phases?
We'll phase.
Okay.
First phase obviously will be the shop office, continuing with that first connected building, and then obviously time scheduling and how it all plans out. We would like to just keep kind of going down the line in a row, basically. So we plan on doing all of site prep for the whole entirety of the project in one go, having it all ready to go and all our ponds, and they're not ponds, they're retention, detention ponds.
All the rock.
Yep, rock and the special.
The engineered drainage soil.
Yep.
So you're under 5 acres, if I remember.
Correct,
right? So
yeah.
the
Yeah. We are
DNR,
4
you
on
don't have
one.
to have a DNR permit for retaining ponds and.
Yep,
No.
so, no, but DNR has approved, POB took care of everything, and they have run it through DNR, and they did approve. And DOT has now approved as well, so.
For the driveway entrance?
Correct, there's already an entrance there,
Yeah.
we're just, cleaning it up and then turning the dirt, in that 14-foot range that the DOT owns, gravel base, so. And obviously the prep for when trucks come in and go.
Oh, that clean out that there?
Yeah.
It's hard to read the width of the driveway. I see
I
it's
believe
gonna
it's
be.
currently like 33 feet. I haven't measured it exactly.
Step rock additionally, the clean out that for the trucks that go, come and go.
Gotcha.
You said you had some more refined.
It's like the 2D scale plans for engineered plans for the buildings. Half a millimeter away.
Yeah.
And just a,
Is there any green space at all in the
Yes.
frontage?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm having a hard time reading. To see
no,
if-
there is we have 35 feet of the front off the curb will be all grass, and then our pond, detention retention pond will also be depressions will be in there. And then along there's that billboard that's there that our property kind of jogs around it. That whole section that goes around the whole property will also be green space and detention retention pond.
Is any of that in a drawing somewhere?
It
Yes,
should-
I have them.
Should be on page.
I emailed everything over.
I did send you all of the
Should be on
documents.
number 4. Little number down in the bottom.
C4.
Yeah, yeah, cause that's 15.
And this explains each one, but it's the small.
Point of beginning is it's a civil engineering firm, so this is what they do for a living. And he had them drawn up professionally.
Yeah.
Much more extensive than we required. but
Yeah.
it's appreciated.
That's what we're used to, where we came from, so this is.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, very much. So the part that is called the erosion control blanket, is that what you're considering is gonna be the green space?
No, the erosion control, I guess it depends on how they formatted in there, cause they have erosion control in for property while we're doing the work. And then
Okay.
also the erosion control of, the green space kind of for the grass retention pond and the engineered.
So everywhere where these X's are, where it says erosion control blanket, that's
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
green.
That would be no, I think those are on the backside, correct? Or is that on the front?
It's on the front.
They're all around that sign. and
Oh,
then-
yes, that would be the erosion control blanket green space. So,
Okay, thank you.
So that'll be green,
correct.
not just all riprap rocks.
Nope, not
That's gonna be grass.
And then,
It's like the ripraps along the back.
along the backside,
Yeah.
yeah, because there's some height changes and we wanted to keep everything on our property, the water drainage.
Feel so old, I can be like, oh, that's the new thing.
It gets better.
see it with my phone.
It gets better when you get Bill Brown.
There's no frontage, right there, front view, there it is.
Okay.
So there's 14 feet of space that we can't touch from DOT anyways, that will stay green, and then there's the 75-foot setback from that point that we also, so half of that 75 is going to be green as well.
Sure.
So there's quite a bit of green space up front, and hopefully we've decorated the buildings up enough on the front side for sure. Just because we don't want an ugly looking building either, so.
Jeff,
Yes,
can I ask you a couple questions?
yeah, go ahead.
So inside the building, are you gonna have electricity for
We will have-
renters?
We will have an LED light that is unaccessible. They have to rip the light off the ceiling to get anything from it and that over. And we have a powered garage door, but will be connected to the ceiling.
Any receptacles inside?
No.
Okay, perfect.
I don't want to have to go there and
And what
do
type,
anything with people, so.
what type of construction is this? Is it concrete or
We
metal?
do concrete and steel, so, and all these buildings will be steel sided, post frame built.
Post frame, okay.
I know with the last storage unit folks that we had talked with, they were going to supply us a copy of their lease agreement to the customers with the understanding that there's language in there that no businesses can vote.
Correct, yeah, I don't want to do that either. I don't
Okay.
mind there.
So you're willing to
I am very willing to do whatever we
Perfect.
have to keep.
send it over?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, what Lorelei just says, if there's no receptacle.
I know, but that you never know. You know, folks like to do
Generators?
Yeah, you can't trust
Gener-
people.
yeah. generators and garage sales out of there every week, kind of thing.
And we'll be on site every day.
Well,
So
that's-
it's-
That's
that's how- and we're gonna be, it doesn't show cameras on there, but we will have we're gonna have one heck of a camera system, so. I think just in the first phase, we have 64 cameras.
How many?
64 in first phase.
I think we're secure here.
Mitigates liability.
Exactly.
Gives us a little bump on insurance.
I do have these in bigger view if anybody wants any questions answered.
do you have one that shows the landscaping in front here? Because I might missed it in here, and this is too small to read.
I sent
And this is
everything
the
over
first,
that.
this is the
Yeah.
first I've seen this.
I sent
This
everything
right
over that
before the
POB
meeting.
has sent, but I can always have POB send over more and larger plans. I can have them print off a set and I can deliver them
I'm
as well.
looking to see if there's a landscape plan.
I understand, the buildings and the frontage and the stuff for buildings, but personally, my main concern is the frontage and the aesthetics of the frontage as far as trees, grass, the
Correct,
entrance and stuff like that, because
I don't see a landscape.
and again, that goes back to public comment that we had at other meetings
Correct.
about the storage units and that they're just looking like storage units.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing here that I can pick out trees or what's grass, what isn't.
Did you have plans for landscaping in front of your business or?
Yes, there is. So There's no trees in the front. I think we may, in front of the, like right next to the front of the buildings, we're gonna have some sort of landscape bed that will have some fern or flowers set up.
Flowers.
Just to, and the stone face will be on there as well to break up the surface area. And then right off the road, like I talked earlier, the first 14 feet from DOT, we can't touch anyways. It's just gonna stay grass and then, turn into our retention ponds, engineered areas, which is all grass bedded. And it's only like, it's hard to read on there, but it's like a 1.5 foot depression is all that's required for their surface that they need, which is all a grass. So it'll be super hard to tell by the eye that it's actually even a water retention pond. And then, that first 35 foot of our 75 foot setback is all grass as well. So. Again, I'm sorry if it doesn't show it on there.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, and as of 7/1, when the packet went out, we hadn't had that information.
This first, like I said, this is the few minutes we've had a chance to look at it, so.
No
No,
worries.
this should have came in your packet.
It wasn't,
It wasn't in our packet at all. No.
it wasn't in the packet.
But what wasn't in?
None of this.
This wasn't, I didn't have this in mind.
It was in our pack, our printed
Our
packet, but it
electronic.
wasn't in our,
Oh, and,
It's-
it wasn't in
They're
the
doing-
electronic.
Oh,
That
The
was
stuff that we reviewed before, prior to, yeah.
on the first when we sent the packet out, we hadn't had that information.
so Rob, I do have, a photo with all the elevations, which is only gonna show you how deep things are.
Mhm.
I don't know if you want that.
That's this one here, I'm sure.
Which-
Page C30, I'm guessing that's elevations.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, steel frame for overhead.
That's fine. But landscaping features,
That would be on the elevation of the building. Did you bring a building plan?
Well, I have these
There
buildings. from our
should be an
engineer.
elevation.
He doesn't do the land, he just
Okay.
does the engineering of the building. He doesn't do an overall of the
Oh, yeah,
landscape.
the
so-
elevation doesn't show you.
But I can have POB send over everything that they have.
14. Well, you're gonna have roughly 74 feet of green space before your retention in the front off the highway anyway.
It'll be, well, that's in the, because we have to be 89 feet from curb to the front of our building, following that, in the line that the road's following. So it's the 14 feet of DOT and then 75 feet of that, which half of it is
Right.
our green space.
So half of it is
we have about 49 feet
rock and
of,
half of it, so about
Correct.
74 feet of actual grass, roughly.
Yeah, it looks like there's about 70.
Well, 14 and 37 and a half. roughly.
Yeah. It's, I read it as 26.
Fine.
36 and 35.
My phone worked, if you put it on camera, you can zoom in.
Yeah, you can zoom in on.
Did you take the magnifying glass home?
No, I got it digital, so I can look at it.
I was actually gonna bring it. I walked out without it.
I thought there
I'm
was
just
something on the
surprised that
side.
you guys didn't get them digital.
Yeah, and like I said, when the packet went out on the first, we didn't have this information yet, but
I mean, are we voting on
Yeah,
this?
it's an action item.
Are we accepting this or?
well, I mean, if we
I'm
need,
not-
if we need more time to discuss or information.
Well, that works pretty good.
Speaking
I mean-
speaking for myself, I would like to see a landscape,
Like a larger version.
a larger version of it that shows where you're gonna put trees, where you're not, because, and I don't trust you guys, but
Sure.
if it's on paper and it's on a blueprint and you're showing us that,
Yeah.
and that's important to the
Absolutely.
aesthetics of that highway. It really is, and I think.
Could I see one of these packets? Just to see what you guys have.
Here's a C4.
Oh, they don't have all that. I'm sorry.
Oh, they don't have it.
Let them see, yeah,
There you go.
they, and
This is what we're.
my assumption is.
Absolutely.
they
I'll
don't-
tell you. What is,
Which are it's what we're looking for, just not the right size, I guess, right? Or,
Yeah, I don't recall, I don't know that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, we encourage these business people to have
Landscape.
a landscape facade, but there's not a specific requirement as to how many trees per feet or how many, it's just if they come in with a plan that says, we're not putting any, we're gonna just let the grass grow and there's gonna be no edges, it's gonna be like, we like to see that there's a plan for this highway commercial and having that landscape with these trees plotted out, if they're doing any trees or not, but if they're not, we can see it, we can confirm.
Mhm.
Is that
Well,
something,
In the past, we've got big drawings of some of these that show the elevations and the ponds, retaining ponds. My concern with this one is because the state isn't involved in it. Are the retaining ponds and is the water without an elevation, good elevation plan to look at, is the woods lower than the leach on the neighbor's property?
No, these are done by point of beginning. They have to follow the law. This is what they do. This is,
That's an
But
all
I've
engineered.
looked at them in the past myself, just as a member to make sure that what I see is.
yeah, but you were just saying you don't know if they, would flow onto other people's land, and this is what point of beginning does. They make sure that all the water that comes down from the sky stays on the land that it comes down on. And then when they place the buildings, which is what they have done on the site plan, when they place the buildings, they have to make sure that all the impervious surfaces, the water that comes down on them also stays on the property. So that's what this is. It's a civil drawing.
So point of beginning would have drawn this to state spec.
Yes,
Correct.
absolutely.
Rob, C4 is the erosion.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
And the
it
elevation.
doesn't show trees or anything, but it shows all of the green space and landscape rock on the back half of the property, changing of our elevations and, making it all of our elevations stay set, all of our water stays on our property.
And that's on C3. I see all the elevations. I can't read any of them. I understand, Lorelei, that we have to accept that point of beginning does this right, but
Yeah, well, I'm just saying they do it better than we do. I mean, that's what their job is. And for us to, ask for more, that's entirely up to us. But, for us to calculate the retention areas required, that's not in any of our wheelhouses. That's what these people do.
When do you plan to start construction?
We would like to start on the shop portion this year. We obviously, if you've driven by the property, we've cut the dead trees down and we, so we're getting the logs hauled off and the piles mulched. Because we can use some of the mulch from the trees in our engineered soil. So, and then the rest will be hauled off to either Wolosics or wherever it may go. So, we would like to have the shop up by winter. Is our main goal. Along with, it'd be nice to have that first building, but obviously winter comes and I don't really want to be out in the cold. So I'd rather work inside then.
So at this point in time, this is not an application for a site plan review. It's just to notify us of what he wants to do.
Okay.
He has not filled out paperwork for a site plan review, but he's just being gracious by letting us know what his concept is. I will guide him for a site plan review.
And in the site plan review we would have the green space.
He'll have the setbacks, the building setbacks. He'll have where proposed signage is, where the lighting is, the height of the buildings, everything that we have in our book is what he will have for.
Nothing in our ordinance in regards to the green space states you have to have so many trees and you have to have shrubs, all that type of thing.
It just suggests and
It suggests it, and it would be preferred that
Yes,
it's not
absolutely.
just all grass
Correct.
or whatever the situation is. So I understand why it's not on here. and why it's not, that's not what this document is
Yeah,
for.
they don't take care of where you
Right.
might put a flower or anything.
Yes.
They take care of, are we keeping all water on our site? And what
Correct.
do they need for per state and DNR code
Yeah,
for?
I just wanted to clarify for you why there were so many questions, because that is definitely a concern.
Yeah.
That there is landscaping in front, that it's not just gravel thrown down and grass thrown down because of the concerns that have been brought forth through citizens. But in our zoning, you are absolutely correct. It does not state anything in regards to X amount of trees or X amount of, parking space or whatever. Just, respectfully keep that in mind, that's. would
Trust
be
me, my
preferred.
wife is wanting this so that way she can buy more plants.
Good.
I'll make sure the minutes reflect that comment. Your wife said.
I just wanted you to understand where those questions are coming from.
So 13.6.
In our zoning ordinance, and I'm sure you're gonna get this, but there's a whole section 13.6 landscape.
Okay.
Landscaping, and it goes on for 3/4 of a page.
Yep, I've read through that before.
Okay,
Yeah,
just
so,
to make sure you guys know that there were some not requirements, but suggestions and whether or not, it's applicable or not. It is in here, and it's not gonna ask for trees and stuff, but it is gonna have to be. We have other businesses along the highway there that have been trying to really keep their standards up, and we'd just like to keep that.
absolutely.
Not that you guys aren't going to.
No.
Just wrong, or myself wrong. I have confidence that you will, but unless it's on writing,
On paper, yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
And part of that site plan review, when they bring it in, we'll have that.
we'll have that. Where we can read it.
You can hang out with that if you want. I've seen it. We got other
Lots of
copies.
copies.
Yep. So, yes,
So according to our zoning, self-storage units are conditional use in this area. And I believe he came in before and we discussed it, and I'm not sure how it ended up. So I don't know if we need to look at the minutes or if that's something you have to state now. Or
I think last time when I think it came in twice.
Yeah.
Right?
We just,
The first time was just kind of, what do you think if we would want to do this? And
Yeah.
it was just a superficial kind of conversation.
and the last time was just to get what you guys wanted to see before we.
Went out and
really
did it.
went
And you
forward
made the
with this.
adjustments
Yeah.
that we had
Everybody's
asked for.
windows are closed.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So I guess the next step then is
site plan review.
Yeah.
site plan review.
Okay. And I'll take you through that.
Okay. Should I just call you?
Come on.
Tomorrow? Sounds good.
I live here.
Thank you.
Yes, you do.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Good to go? All right.
very much.
Thank you very much.
Looking
Appreciate
forward
you
to
coming
it,
in.
guys. Looks good.
Can I have a copy of the plans? Are those for me or those?
I can make a copy and
Send them to me.
I got them on.
Yeah, send them to
computer.
me. I'll be fine.
I'll send them over.
Okay, I can. I just don't make them bigger for these guys. Okay.
all right, we'll come back to item number 6. correct?
We have 8 here too. Did you?
Yep, let's
Oh,
do 8.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, we'll come back to 6 later.
I understand now. I'm gonna look.
Item number 8, connections on Blue Ridge, 1145 Blue Ridge Lane, parcel 1800-519 VE. That's you? You are Julie?
I'm Julie.
Nice to meet you, Julie.
This is Alan though. He's just not on there, but he's my husband. So you're gonna ask him questions probably about the sign, because he's going to do the sign.
Okay.
Okay.
Alan, nice to meet you. Alan.
You guys can share though. I brought 3 folders. I just lost some pictures. And then one in the middle.
Nice to meet you. Forgot
Yep.
your name.
Yep, there you go. Come on.
Okay. All I care about is the paperwork.
That house is beautiful. Hey, great house.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody borrowed us some money to do that.
A few times over. So what I'm looking at requesting is, I already own clinical services in Wisconsin Rapids. and it's at 423rd Street South. I took over clinical services in 2019 from Dr. Nelson, if anyone knows him in Wisconsin Rapids. And so a couple of years ago, I was working on equine therapy. And so you'll see a level 2 certification in the papers. And then what we decided to do is we bought some land, and then Alan built the barn, and I brought my horses home, and I did the certification. And now I can do equine therapy with the horses with therapy. And so what we're asking for is a sign. All right.
Sorry, a what?
A sign to be able to post, to put the sign in front of our residents. So.
Actually, they're asking for two things. They want to do a home-based business with the equine therapy, and then the sign. The sign doesn't really come here; it goes to the board, but
The sign doesn't what?
it doesn't come to this.
Oh, a sign goes into the next one. Okay.
But the home-based business does, and the reason is that typically a business is in a business community, and a home-based business, it has rules.
Right.
So you would have one employee that could be non-family. You would also have not to generate a lot of traffic, and it's up to this board to recommend to the town board what their feelings are in regards to having this type of a home-based business.
Okay.
So that's
All right.
here.
Thank you for clarifying.
Sure.
So can you, I understand what equine therapy is.
Okay.
I mean, that part I understand. So are these?
Well, as long as you understand, because people are throwing terms around, and I'm not Jeremiah's Crossing. I'm not doing therapeutic horseback riding. I'm doing equine therapy because I'm a psychotherapist. And so all of my work is on the ground. People don't come and ride the horses. That's not the purpose. It's with psychotherapy. It's like if somebody knows about EMDR therapy for post-traumatic stress disorder. Equine therapy is an adjunct to the psychotherapy.
So in this type of situation, you have regular clients every day that are coming for?
No, it wouldn't be every day because I still have the office in Wisconsin Rapids. And so I would be moving myself between the barn and or the office in Wisconsin Rapids. And it's also seasonal based. I'm not going to be having people come out into the round pen and do exercises when it's January. So
I think what probably would help is she sees people one-on-one, and she probably will see people, maybe 2 days a week.
Probably 2 days a week.
So if she sees 6 people in a day, that would be 6 cars coming to the house over the course of 8 hours.
Right, but it wouldn't even be 6 because I have to have a gap because of confidentiality. So someone has to leave, and then I have to have time for that next person to come.
So outside, maybe 6 cars a day.
2 days a week.
2 days a week. That would be like the high side.
Mm-hmm.
And there really is no employees. She sees them, the people. The only time you would have anybody there would maybe be like if somebody came, like an intern wanted to see how she did it. But they really wouldn't be an employee. They're they just come to see how it works. And so the only other one is like me doing work there, or that's about it. Our grandkids live with us, so they help out. They maybe pick the meat or something. But
yes,
as far as
all of the billing, all of the business side of things goes back to the 3rd Street location. This is in one of your papers. It will show that my licensure for the state is for 423rd Street South and 1145 Blue Ridge because it's a satellite office. So
There's no type of inpatient or anything?
No.
Outpatient,
No.
come for an appointment?
Right. And I really am not, I'm not going to advertise this a lot because right now it's just me.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really nice, someday if I if I stop the aging process, having another person called an equine specialist that would work with just the horse and the safety, and I can just focus on the therapy. But right now, I'm certified to do both. That's what the level 2 is. So I can work with the safety with the horses and do the psychotherapy. But I don't want to do that all of the time. So, you know.
So it doesn't sound like an unreasonable amount of traffic today. I go in and out of my own driveway 4 times a day.
Sure,
There's a
Did
ton
you
of
see
insurance
all this?
evidence in this
I-
packet. Here, knock yourself out. There's a lot of good
There's-
insurance evidence in
yeah.
there.
Yep.
Probably more insurance than I've ever looked at.
Well, I have my business insurance covers the satellite office. I didn't know what you all needed for the insurances, and then I have the malpractice insurance for the equine, for the specific for the equine. Then I have the workman's comp, and I have all the other
The
insurances that you have to
liability
have.
is what I would look at.
That is under the Lloyd's of London.
Okay.
So I have malpractice for the office, that's HPSO, American Professional, and then the Lloyd's of London for the equine therapy. And then the top picture, it says connections. That would be the satellite office name, and that's what the sign would look like. I do have it in the back of my car, but it's really heavy. Right, that one.
And it's raining. Otherwise, I'd offer to go get it.
It's like 80
It's about 80
pounds.
pounds. It's a double
It's-
sided
it's-
shield.
It's metal.
It's ridiculous.
And it's got beautiful copper on the inside. So
So
And
it,
the,
oh, sorry.
it's
go
just
ahead.
very tasteful sign.
the clientele that you're seeing in your application here, they're
Sorry.
I'm trying to MODA.
AODA, alcohol and drug abuse and or mental health.
Okay.
So they would be people that are working on recovery, and if they have like trauma associated with it, then I might invite them to the barn. Right now, what I'm looking for is, this is by invitation only.
Yeah.
If there's anything that is an issue that I don't think for safety, I'm not inviting them. But if I think that they can benefit from it, then I would invite them.
Have you had any conversations with neighbors? Are any neighbors concerned about starting?
Yeah, the 2 neighbors on the corner, well, in fact, one daughter, I just taught her a whole bunch of things and she's riding one of the horses right now. And the other neighbor knows about it. There's people that just moved into the house that just sold where the old airplane hangar is. And I haven't met them yet. So,
Yeah, we own, there's 12 and a half acres there, I think.
Yeah.
So
almost
You know,
13.
it's not real wide, it's more deep. So there is a 2 houses next, or a house next to us, and I don't know what the other one is.
Yeah, but he's like way
Yeah,
down.
I don't know either of them. We only know the 2 people on the corner. Otherwise, there's,
Well, we met the lady, because Ever did she had a horse, but I think her horse just died.
yeah, we just don't really know anybody close to us because it's a pretty quiet road.
Yeah, I know where you're at. And yeah, her horse did just pass away. I know.
You what?
I said, and I know who that is, and her horse did just pass.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it is an area out there that already has larger animals. There's been horses out there.
I only have 3, and I have a mini donkey. I think you saw.
Yeah, one of them didn't look like a horse.
Yeah, that was a birthday present. It might be double the pleasure though. We're waiting for her to have a baby. So.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Lorelai, is there any other concerns regarding businesses in the residential areas that we are not thinking of right now?
No, my concern that I feel is a concern in the town of Saratoga, we allow animals for personal pleasures only.
Is that written somewhere? Do I know that?
No, actually, what's written is we don't allow them, no farming. So it's been allowed through verbal, and probably that's through me.
Would horses be considered farming? Because we have others that have horses. That
Yeah,
doesn't-
all over.
In
I'm part of the Saratoga Riders.
in our zoning, we specify, stables. and
You're just saying that,
privacy.
hey, if somebody owns 6 horses and it's their 6 horses and they use them for their own household family purposes, then
And
that's-
I'm not even talking about horses in particular, I'm talking about animals as a whole.
yeah.
Because when does it become a pet versus, for your own enjoyment versus being a business? That's why I brought it here. And I think it's an excellent thing. I really do. I just want you to be aware of how I've been handling things here for people that like, what do they call that? A Manchun monkey? What is that called? Pachuchin monkey or whatever it is. Somebody called the other day and wants to have a exotic monkey and wants to know if Saratoga was allowing them. And we have nothing in our ordinance that says we don't, but under our nuisance ordinance, then if it becomes an issue, they have to get rid of it. And that's what we do with roosters. That's what we do with somebody whose animals are straying onto another property.
Same with a dog.
And that's why we don't allow farms of cows or, that's how we control the animals that we do have here in the town is by saying that if it's for your own personal enjoyment, we allow them. And in this case, it actually is for her own personal enjoyment also. I mean, it just happens that her business is going to utilize them too. So that's kind of the way out, I guess, if you're looking for that, but.
No, I was just confused because I didn't think we had anything in our ordinances regarding that, especially for horses. And I get you're saying farm animals or I think I just have never read it anywhere, so I was confused by that statement.
Yeah, this stays firmly on the side of this is not even a hobby farm per se, or this isn't like a petting zoo or like some kind of a gimmicky operation for profit. This isn't a supplemental. I think that's why it's something that's
great.
You're not going to see too many things like this that cross over to being something that we wouldn't tolerate or want in the town.
Well, and I think about if it wasn't the therapeutic component to it, we wouldn't deny you having horses.
No, for sure. Yeah, we don't.
So that's me. I don't see an issue.
So
if it becomes a nuisance, where if it grows to such a point where we have a lot of traffic or something,
Then I would come back.
I'd
I'd have to look for something different.
You would, but not necessarily.